Bill, blending mushrooms and meat sounds like a great concept across many cuisines and applications in the kitchen. I particularly like Mexican food. Is there any way that this would work well with Mexican cuisine?
If you were to go and pick up a Mexican recipe and take it into your kitchen, there's a good chance that it starts with some ground meat. And then you would take that ground meat and flavor it with some very specific herbs and spices that make it taste distinctively Mexican. We can do exactly the same thing with a meat and mushroom blend, and it's not too much of a stretch because mushrooms already show up in Mexican cuisine. Let's go into the kitchen and I'll show you how it's done. We've got a mix of beef and mushrooms, 50% beef, 50% mushrooms. We've cut out some of the saturated fat, we've boosted the nutrition, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to flavor that the way it might be flavored if we were taking this south of the border. So look what I have here. In the pan, I've got some onions. I've sauteed them, they've got some nice color on it. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. But we need to flavor that in some way that people will recognize as specifically Latin. Now, in Mexico, I think chilies are king, and I've got some dried chilies here, and I've got some fresh chilies, some more familiar than others. Serranos and jalapenos, I think everybody knows. Poblanos, I've got some really hot ones. These are habaneros. And then the dried chilies are a little more esoteric, but many of these dried chilies are available in powdered form. You probably have chili powder on your shelf at home. Here's what we're going to do. I've got some cumin. I'm going to add cumin to this. And immediately it becomes very, very aromatic. And then I'm going to add the same chili powder that you might have on your shelf at home, but I'm going to goose it a little bit with ancho chili powder. I want it to have a deeper, fuller, richer flavor. I'm going to stir that around and wake those flavors up. I want to introduce a little bit of salsa. So there's some moisture in there as well. And I'm going to take this blend of beef and mushrooms and we're going to add that to the pan. While this beef and mushroom mixture is already cooked, it wouldn't hurt it if it stewed a little bit, so I'm going to add just a little splash of water and turn the heat up. Back to this tray. So right now we've got onions and garlic, we've got cumin and chilies. Here is Mexican oregano. And when the Spaniards came to Mexico, they were familiar with oregano already. They didn't find it. What they found was something similar. It's in the verbena family. It goes by Mexican oregano. You can find it in Mexican groceries, or if you can't find it, marjoram is very, very close. And of course, I think you know cilantro already. Cilantro can make its way in there. This meat preparation would taste great in tacos, and because it's half mushrooms, we cut out some of the calories, so it's going to be healthier. You might suggest that mushrooms are sort of an add-on. They don't really belong in this meat mixture. And I'm here to tell you that if you travel to Mexico, what you will see is one recipe after another that features both cultivated and wild mushrooms. So our putting mushrooms into this mixture of beef and seasonings, I would say, is entirely appropriate.
Chef, this is wonderful. Well done. With this healthy seasoned blend of meat and mushrooms, the possibilities are endless.
Take a look. Tacos, burritos, we've got enchiladas, quesadillas. You can make tostadas, you can make empanadas. The list goes on and on.
Mushrooms seem to be authentic Mexican.
And mushrooms seem to be healthy.